When we got up to get ready to go to work,
31 days.
we got ready to take a shower and we had no water.
That's how long Beth Williams lived in her Dallas home without water.
I had to get humiliated and ask people to borrow showers, to borrow a washing machine to wash my clothes.
Surviving only on store-bought gallons and a water dispenser that was gifted to her.
I would allow myself 2 gallons of water a day to bathe off and to brush my teeth. And like I said, the rest, I just did without. This is my water meter.
And the Paulding County Water Department did not turn Williams' water off. Her HOA did, after she fell behind on her association payments.
I went to pay my HOA dues and I was locked out of my portal. I called at that time and they told me that they had turned me over to collections and I would have to make my payments through them.
Williams thought she owed the Cottage Cove HOA $713 in dues and $120 in late fees. But once they turned her over to collections, that amount grew. $2,300 was added in attorney fees, $1,500 in collection fees. Her overall balance, now over $4,000. Do you think you'll ever be able to pay that off?
No, ma'am.
If you're wondering how the HOA was allowed to turn off Williams' water in the first place, we had the same question. So we turned to the Cottage Cove Covenants, which state that the water distribution system in the community is private and shall be owned and maintained by the association as common property. And later, an amendment, which says if the owner does not pay their dues, the board may suspend voting rights, common property use rights, and association-provided services to the lot. The Cottage Cove Homeowners Association denied my request for an interview, but said it acted within its rights and obligations under the law and provided proper notice before action was taken.
The association is empowered to impose and assess fines.
Gray Brantley is an attorney who is not involved in this case, but is speaking as someone who's represented HOAs as well as property owners.
If the covenants say that the HOA can shut off community-provided services or association-provided services, then yes, they can if the water is provided by the association.
While Williams' story is tragic, Brantley says it's a tragedy of her own making.
You are supposed to be reimbursing the association for your water usage. And if you don't, then your neighbors are bearing the burden of your water bill. At the same time, there's a human element, I think, and I think that associations should have some leeway to be able to help neighbors who are in particular circumstances in need.
When Williams was diagnosed with chronic kidney failure, she admits she fell behind on her bills. She just thought she'd be able to pay them off eventually. Instead, a lien has been placed on her house, which means if she tries to sell, the HOA will get a cut of the sale price to pay off her debt.
It's just a never-ending assessments and fines and fees and interest to the point where you can't get them paid off.